Hello to person who's possibly watching this right now. I've honestly had this on my mind for a while, making a YouTube channel to talk about games because I just love talking about games, love playing games, love watching people talk about games. So why not do it myself, you know? Don't expect this to be the best video you've ever seen. Probably not the best thing to say off rip, but I just want to get my foot in the door. I think the best way of improving is just doing the thing you want to improve at. So hopefully I'll improve at making videos along the way. You're going to see some rope in the back. Don't ask questions. Let's just get into it. All right, I'm going to go in order of when I played these games. First game I played last year was Persona 3 Reload. And honestly, I did not think I would like it. I kind of played it because I didn't really have anything else I was playing at the moment. And I ended up enjoying it a lot. And that soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks in any video game ever. So I'm going to put it in A, as I already did. Maybe I should say that before I do it. You know what? That's for next time, okay? Let me change these names. Much better. Okay. I cannot believe how universally highly praised Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is with how many flaws it has. Because, my God, I would be enjoying myself so much in that game, and then they would just come out and just absolutely slice up my enjoyment with those sloggy-ass garbage sections in this game to just pad it out and kill the pacing. Why did they do that? I don't know. I'm so conflicted on this game because I want to go back and play it right now, but at the same time, I don't because of all the stupid decisions they made in the game. I stopped doing side quests after a bit because I just didn't enjoy them, which is fine. But I think with all that content, you don't need to pad out the game. And when you do that, and it feels like you're wasting my time, I get really pissed. But even still, there's so many great moments in the game that I have to put it in good. I can't put it in great. I loved Queen's Blood, by the way, you know. But I don't know, man. It's like there are such high highs and such low lows, and it just sours my experience. But it's still, you know, if you don't mind that, then it's gonna be an amazing game. And honestly, I wish I didn't mind that because if you're the right audience for this game and you don't mind those kinds of things, then you're gonna have an amazing experience. But mine just kept getting cut into by stupid decisions, and I'm gonna have to put it in good for that. Now, listen. Game of the year. I know a lot of people don't agree with me, and that's fine, but I can't believe how no one talked about this game after release. Like, it sold so well. I know it got mixed reviews at the start because of the microtransactions, whatever. Bro, that annoyed me, I'm not gonna lie, because Resident Evil 4 did that same shit. And that they actually, like, you could pay for guns and upgrade materials and all that. The stuff Dragon's Dogma 2 sold was, it had like no effect on the game from what I remember. And they gave it, actually, now that I'm remembering, there were performance issues, which is fine. I guess you can give it a bad review for that, whatever. But for me personally, it didn't ruin my experience. The story was god awful, but I didn't care. It felt like those games you see in movies, like they're not real games. I don't know how to describe it, but you know, in a movie, when you see a game that isn't real, that's what Dragon's Dogma 2 felt like, if that makes sense. I love Monster Hunter and just being able to climb up massive monsters and kill them. And I don't know. It was just like a great, almost perfect RPG for me. And I hope it gets DLC. Now, I don't think, controversial opinion, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the consensus is. I think it's stupid to have a DLC for Game of the Year. This is just a list of like gaming experiences though, so who cares, right? Shadow of the Erdtree is probably the best gaming experience I had this year. I have to say though, on release, Concert Radon was a little artificially hard. Let's say that. I still beat him, and once I beat him, it was like, who cares? I beat him. And honestly, I fought him again on New Game Plus 7 before they nerfed him and beat him, and I enjoyed it. So maybe it was just the first fight thing. I think there was some stupid artificial difficulty with him, but it wasn't enough to sour the experience for me. And honestly, just Elden Ring is my favorite game of all time. So what do you think I'm going to think of the DLC? Now, probably my most controversial opinion. Black Myth Wukong was such an awful experience for me. I have to say for me, because I see what people can enjoy about the game, and I'm not calling it objectively a bad game or anything. This is just my opinion. I don't like a lot of games that people love, so it's not like it's a bad game if I don't like it. I just don't like it, and I pre-ordered Black Myth Wukong. I've been waiting for Black Myth Wukong since the first trailer. I've been so excited for this game, and I tried. and tried. I put 12 hours in. All of those 12 hours, I was waiting to love the game, and it just never happened. And once I got to one more bullshit boss or one more bullshit area and I just didn't care to keep going, I stopped. And before anyone says get good or you're just mad that you couldn't beat it or something like that, I beat Elden Ring on rune level 1. I beat Dark Souls 1 on a steering wheel. And I beat Dark Souls 3 on a steering wheel. I have no problem with difficulty. I have a problem with Black Myth Wukong though. I just didn't like the combat. I didn't like the boss design. I didn't like the area design. And it just never clicked with me. And maybe it's just a me thing, you know. I see how highly praised it is everywhere, so it must just be a me thing. I'm glad other people can enjoy it. I could not, and I tried to. Now for Silent Hill 2. For the right person, this game is going to be God tier. This could easily be a 10 out of 10 if you're into games like this or you're a fan of the original, but for me, it's just great. Great is really good, you know. I mean, if you look up the definition for great, it's probably really good. Close enough. I thought the atmosphere is probably the best atmosphere in any game I've ever played. The story was really interesting. The gameplay was good enough. I think it it hit close to the peak of what a game like that can be for me. I just think it's super well made. I can't really point anything out that could be done better with the game. So maybe original fans can, I don't know. I didn't play the original, so. And yeah, on to Balatro, which I would put in amazing. The thing about Balatro is I have this thing with roguelikes where I'll play them a ton for the first like few days of finding them, and then I'll just fall off. It happened with Balatro, Slay the Spire, Hades, a bunch of games like that. So, but Balatro is just like, it's one of those games where you can see 10 out of 10 everywhere and be like, yeah, I can agree with that. There's not much else to say. Now for Tekken 8, this one was surprising. They announced Clive at the Game Awards, and I love Final Fantasy 16. I was not expecting to love Tekken 8, but wow, this game is like, it's amazing, but I can only play so much of it because I'm a bit of a rager, all right? I'm not the most composed when it comes to fighting games especially, and once I started caring about my rank in Tekken, that's when my enjoyment started to go down. Fault of my own, not the game, you know? But my God, I can only play so much. I think my longest session was probably 2 hours, and that was like, took some years off my life, to be honest. Now for one that most people don't know about, and it's Zord, and it's going in God tier. And I don't want to say anything about this game because it's best left unsaid. You should just get 2 or 3 friends. All of you get the game, it's like $4, and then experience it together. And you'll see why I have it as God tier, because it's not about how well the game is made. It's about my enjoyment. Tap into your immaturity with a few friends and play Zord, and trust me, it's gonna be a great experience, okay? And now for Metaphor. I finished this game earlier this month, and it's a toss-up between Metaphor and Persona 3. I don't really know which one I enjoyed more. I enjoyed both pretty equally. It was just a great game. I liked the setting a lot. I don't think I like the characters as much as in Persona 3, but honestly, I'm not really the one to talk about the writing and the characters and the story and all that. More of a gameplay guy, but I can enjoy a good story, and Metaphors was good, Persona 3's was good, and the gameplay was good too, surprisingly. Even though I'm not a turn-based RPG guy, I really enjoyed their combat systems. Atlas, you know what you're doing. Oh, I do want to say, I hate when games make you grind. I hate that shit. Persona 3 and Metaphor make you do that. Stop making me grind. I was playing on hard, then I switched to normal, and even doing all side quests, all side content that I know of, I still was underleveled at the final boss. Yo, if I'm playing on normal, don't make me grind. That shit's annoying. Still an amazing game though. Now for the last 3, I'm just gonna rapid fire them because I played them this year, but they didn't come out this year. Cyberpunk, God tier. I 100%ed it when I broke my leg. I had nothing else to do, and great experience, man. Alan Wake, good. It holds up well enough. Alan Wake 2 was one of my favorite games of 2023, and honestly, it's probably up there for favorite games of all time. And the first one was good enough, man. I really liked the story, the writing. It was interesting. I liked the perspective. Just good. I thought it was kind of overrated, to be honest. I was expecting a lot more. It was still good, but honestly, out of all Resident Evils, Resident Evil 2 Remake has been my favorite ever since I played it, really. So hopefully the next one can recapture what Resident Evil 2 did for me. I don't know why I loved it so much, but I did. I wasn't expecting to at the time either, but yeah, as I said, this was just my way of getting one foot in the door. I wasn't going to sit here and try to craft some perfect video just for no one to watch it, because I know, like, your first video is probably gonna get no views. It's okay. I'm doing this for fun. And that's the thing. I had the equipment for other reasons, and I was like, I love talking about games and I think it'd be fun, so why not do it? If anyone is seeing this, thank you for watching, I guess. Surprising that you sat through it, because I'm guessing this won't come out as the most entertaining video ever. But my whole point is to start and improve from there, you know, improve by doing. I hope to make more videos on here because honestly, just talking about this stuff is fun for me. So I guess see you later. I don't know.